reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch tonight's game. Please make sure you continue to wear your mask and maintain social distancing while enjoying tonight's game. Let's meet the teams. First, for the visiting Sumner Stingrays, with a record of 1 win and 2 losses. The substitutes. Number 3, Dowen. Number 5, DeBella. Number 9, Montgomery. Number 10, Serrano. Number 12, Burgos. Number 14, Albatron. Number 16, Hancock. Number 12, Sakira. Number 21, Martinez. And for the starters.
Okay, welcome to Stream Live Tampa. This is Jim Delaney with my partner Mikey Paris. We're here at Don Powell Field at the Eagles Nest, the campus of Brandon High School. And tonight's matchup, district matchup between the visiting team from Sumner High School, Sumner Stingrays, first-year head coach Kennedy Duran, against the host team Brandon Eagles, head coach John D. Benedetto. You'll hear me say Coach D a lot. Mikey, good to be back together.
Absolutely great to be back on the air, and in the immortal lyrics of the Eagles, to stay on brand. Take it easy, sit back, and enjoy a baseball game here at Brandon High School with Jim Delaney and Mikey Paris. Can't wait to do the call. This is my alma mater, class of '87. This is going to be a great night for baseball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As we lead up into the historic 40th edition of Saladino Tournament, Bertha and Tony Saladino Tournament will start in a couple weeks. So we're going to have a game here tonight at Brandon and a game again Thursday night at Brandon to get used to this field. And we'll have 2 days of coverage of the Saladino Tournament. We'll see which sites we're going to be at. We're going to try to be at Brandon one time, maybe either the 15th or 16th of March, and the other one will be at Durant High School for the first round matchups. Mikey, tonight's matchup is district matchup. Always big when you have a district matchup.
District games very important, of course, to get your seating set for the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Brandon got off the snide after 3 straight losses. Got the win Tuesday night against King, 10-0. Back on the winning track. Hope to continue that. And Sumner coming off a loss to Tampa Bay Tech 6-1. It was a very competitive ball game till late. See if this young team can come back against the Brandon Eagles tonight.
Yeah, we had Brandon last week when I went solo on the live stream down at East Bay. They lost a tough one-run game there. They lost a 1-run game after that last Saturday against Plain City. It was 3 one-run games, I believe. And Auburndale was earlier in the week, so they had 3 games last week. And it was all little simple stuff, talking with Coach D before the game. Sometimes the swings were a little too long, a couple mistakes on bunt defense here and there, and boom, there's 3 quick losses. But they got off the schneid this week against King.
I guess while we have a minute, I'll go ahead and set the defense for Brandon High School. Ryan Santana in left, Kendall Spencer in center, Therion Cooper in right, Josh Blake, the third baseman, Daniel Santana at short, Marion Garcia at second, Marcus Horand is the first baseman, Fisher Smith will be doing the catching. On the hill is Esteban Tavarian, and the DH tonight will be Carson Wantilla.
And we're going to cut our mics here for a quick bit as they play the national anthem, and then we'll be back on for the live stream from Brandon High School.
Play ball.
Okay, as senior Esteban Tavares takes the hill first start for Brandon. He'll be going off to Grambling University in the fall. We saw him in relief and long relief last week down at East Bay High School. Struggled a little bit after getting a 3-1 lead and gave up 3 runs late in the game in a 1-run loss to East Bay. Couple comments. I know everybody that's watching on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. This is our first time at Brandon High School as we're testing out the site, and when we come back for the Saladino tournament in a couple weeks. And I know Wi-Fi is a little spotty tonight, so just bear with us as we work through the any issues that we might have technically with our technical director, Javier Nunez. Everything you see is at his fingertips. So, so far so good.
Javier is the man.
Yes, he is.
Esteban Tavarian will be facing Alex Calora, Jamal Rochi, and Gabe Manguel on the top of the first.
As we look over to our right, we are just on the other side of the Brandon High School dugout. Sumner and Brandon are playing in softball just south of baseball field here. It's already 7-0 Sumner. First year school, Sumner High School down in Riverview off County Road 672. You guys, you were there earlier this week. I was unfortunately not able to make it.
Beautiful field over there.
Yes. First year head coach Kennedy Duran obviously started the Leonard High School program back in '06. He was their first and only coach through last year. Now he's over at Sumner. He's going to do the same thing. He's actually got a better starting base at Sumner than at Leonard. Big, huge, long-time supporter, Stream Live Tampa. We like seeing Kennedy. First pitch in there for a strike.
That's the way to get it started.
Yes, sir. A quick 0-2 count from Tavares. Home plate umpire. I think he gave us like 3 first names. Robbie Berrios. I think another one was Jose. Base umpire tonight is Shannon Johnson.
3 straight.
3 straight. Backwards K in the book, baby. So we got one out here. First batter out on strikes. Brings up Gabe Mangual, center fielder.
Rochi, then Manguel.
Getting in between innings tonight, we'll cut our mics when they play music here for the fans. We don't have copyright licensing, so. As quick as he disposed of the leadoff batter, he's just as easily behind on the number 2 hitter, Mangual. 3-0. That's in there for a strike. So 3-1 on Mangual. Esteban Tavares, Mikey, transfer from Durant High School. This is his 2nd year here.
Grambling.
Going to Grambling in the fall. Home of former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Washington Redskin, Super Bowl champ,
Doug Williams.
Played for the legendary Eddie Robinson. So we got a full count here in Mangual. There's the pitch. Ooh.
Just missed
Just
in.
misses. Looks like he was ready to punch him out, but that'll be a walk. Brings up third baseman Jaden Brown.
Jaden Brown pitched for the Stingrays on Tuesday. Did a fine close. I believe he left at a 3-1 score.
So we got one out. Mangual at first. Tavares, even though he's a lefty, not known for his move to one. That is popped foul down the first baseline. Again, just like East Bay, we've got huge foul territory. It's like Coliseum where the A's play, Mikey.
Sumner has even got this beat. They have a lot of foul territory over there.
I've seen it briefly in the fall, but not during game action. So, speaking of the move, he gets him right there. He still threw to one, obviously, as he had to, and the runner was going, and Mangual gets thrown out at 2. So just as we speak about Tavares' move not being so good, a little 1-3-6. 2 outs. Jaden Brown still up. Coach Duran, a little argument, seeing if it was a balk. Thought maybe he was moving home.
Might as well get started early.
That's right. Kennedy.
Introduce yourself.
Kennedy would definitely introduce himself. So back to the batter, Jaden Brown, 0-2. We got 2 outs here in the top of the first from Brandon High School. District matchup, Sumner and Brandon. We got 1 and 2. Just got a piece of that, fouls that one back. Stays alive.
Nice swing.
Again, first time here at Brandon High School. Oh, he's trying to get used to the dimensions and everything. Make sure we get Wi-Fi. We got a lot of trees here, more than most fields, so we're a little behind that. As a foul tip and a catch and grabs it. So that'll be 3 outs. We go to the middle of the first here at Brandon High School. No score, Stingrays and Eagles.
Let's go, Daniel.
They were back on just in time for Mikey to hear a wrestling reference.
Brandon Eagles do a little 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
The nature boy.
Makes me feel right at home.
Yes, sir. I love it.
Here it is.
Says the head up. Yeah. So we've got, what would you say that is? 7, 8 inches.
Yeah.
Gap here between the.
Let's just say it's enough for a baseball to fit
It's
through.
enough for a baseball to fit through, and Mikey's right there, first one going to get it. So if we get a hard grounder, hard line drive, somebody turns on one or a lefty, protecting that outside corner, bops one this way, we got to be heads up. So here we are in the bottom of the first. We got a 1-1 count. Leadoff batter Daniel Santana, shortstop for the Brandon Eagles. Leading off against Theo Ned on the hill for Sumner as a pop-up, mile high in the air, short. Ooh, and you know, I could and look at this, and a good hustle. Gets the second, and he might. Ooh, Coach D's got to watch it. The old close to third. So what happened there was a pop-up. Shortstop Jaden Brown tried to catch it off of his glove shoulder. It was a little odd. It wasn't really very textbook and smooth looking. He ends up dropping it. Leadoff batter Daniel Santana was supposed to be doing is hustling. Was going into second. Was going to be safe anyhow. The throw gets away, goes down the right field corner, and Brown stops at third. So we had the leadoff runner at third on an E6.
3-base error.
Yeah, that could be 2 errors on the same play, to be honest with you. And I got 1-1 on freshman Ryan Santana, the left fielder.
Santana comes in hitting 400 on the young season.
Yeah, talking to Coach D before the game, he's very high on this kid. That's a chopper. That'll get the run home. Chopper to short. See if Brown. He's just going to say if Brown can redeem himself. Now he's got 2 in a row. Now a little case of the yips early on. See if he can get out of it. Brings up center fielder Kendall Spencer. Kendall's going to Lake Sumter. Play for Coach Billings in the fall. Up outside of the Orlando area in Claremont. So we got no outs. 1 run in already for Brandon. 2 back-to-back errors by the shortstop. And 3-hitter Kendall Spencer.
5 games played, hitting at 500 at the moment.
Kendall, I've seen Kendall a couple times. He plays in the Game Time Prospect Baseball Organization. Close partners of Streamline Tampa. Seen him in the fall at a showcase camp at Carrollwood Day. And right after that is when he got offered and ended up signing with Lake Sumter State College up outside of Orlando. So Theo, don't call me Ned Ryerson. Not getting much help from his defense. See if he can battle out of it against Spencer. Evens the count at 1-1. It was nice seeing mutual friend of both of ours, Mikey Melanie Brown, come over and said hi to us in between the top and middle of the first. Her daughter Megan DeVilliers plays for, basically, she's the captain for Sumner's softball team just south of here.
Softball mom extraordinaire,
Yeah,
Melanie Brown.
The best. Sweetheart. Another supporter of us, Mikey. And that's stolen base for Ryan Santana. As that was in there for a strike to Spencer. So in these situations, I know I always tell my players, okay, the pitcher, I know you got 1 run in, now you got a runner at second because of some defensive problems.
Brandon comes in with 14 stolen bases on the season.
Yes, they're very aggressive on the base pass. I was going to say, come out and help your defense and strike the batter out, but now you're 1 and 2 and you hit somebody. And we've got a very interesting bottom of the first here.
Getting a little bit of everything.
We've got 2 errors on the first, basically 3 errors on the shortstop already and 2 batters. We got 1 run in, 2 runners on. We don't even have a hit. So we got a hit by pitch.
Tuesday night, Jaden Brown made a few nice plays at shortstop. Just having a rough first inning.
So this is third baseman Josh Blake. He had 3 hits last week at East Bay, the game that we did. I believe he had 3 RBIs in that outing as well. Ned almost takes his head off. Goes to the backstop. Runners advance to second and third on the wild pitch. And Coach Duran will come out and just kind of slow things down for his Stingrays. Coach Kennedy Duran, he was at Leonard High School for 14 seasons. I want to say he was first or second in tenure for high school head baseball coaches in Hillsborough County at that point. So back in spring of '07, same situation. He took over the newly opened Leonard High School down in Ruskin and really did a great job with that program. He's aiming to do the same for Sumner. So Sumner High School, first-year school, has no senior class, just freshmen, sophomore, juniors. A lot of players in Kennedy's program. He's got a JV squad, and he's got obviously a very young varsity squad this season. He's got quite a bit that came over from East Bay as far as the new zoning. So back to action here for Josh Blake. Cleanup hitter for the Brandon Eagles. As I sit next to a Brandon High School alum, one Mikey Paris.
And the letter jacket to prove it.
Letter jacket
Brought it
is
out
here
tonight.
Absolutely, you should.
It almost fits.
Mikey, I love it. So let's see how Ned can battle here. Here's another wild pitch. That'll score Santana. Spencer will go to third. So 2-0 now, Brandon.
See if Sumner can take a breath.
Sumner comes in 1-2. First win in school history over Spoto a few weeks ago. Lost at Tampa Bay Tech the other night when Mikey, you were on the call.
6-1 in a game that was a lot closer than the final score.
Now 3-1 hitter's pitch on Josh Blake here. No outs. Bottom first, 2-0 Brandon. Eagles come in 2-3. Does not check his swing. That is not a hitter's pitch location right there, Mikey.
Looking for a nice fat fastball. Got a little bit something down and could not hold up.
And he got fooled by Ned. And that'll be ball 4. So runners at the corners now. Still no official at bat for Brandon. 2-0. 2 runners on. Both first 2 batters reached by error. Then hit by pitch to Kendall Spencer, and Josh Blake just reached on a base on balls. That'll bring up DH Carson Juntia. First pitch in there for a strike. Good for Ned. See if he can battle back here. But 2-0 Brandon early on here in the bottom of the first. Live tonight, stream live Tampa from Don Powell Field. Historic Brandon High School, over 100 years old. That ball gets away from catcher. Third run is in. Blake will go down to second, so 3-0 Brandon. Catcher Garrett Morgan having a little bit of an adventure tonight. Trying to stop Ned's pitches in the dirt. So 3-0 Brandon, just south of here in the field down there. It looks like it's 10-0 Sumner in softball. Give a little 2-for-1 tonight. That ball's in there, so Ned will get ahead of, Juntia, 1-2. Again, due to poor Wi-Fi signal here at Brandon High School, you're going to experience some technical problems. Just bear with us. Appreciate everybody's support.
There's an out.
And that is an out, and holds the runner at third, holds the runner at second. So first out.
Got in on his hands a little bit, grounded to third.
And we've got Coach D. We got the third base coach's box right in front of us here, and I agree with Coach D. That runner's got to advance to third as soon as that ball is thrown. But he stayed put at second.
Manny Ramos on the out.
Marcus Heron, first baseman for Brandon. Now up. Runner at second, 1 out, 3-0 Eagles early on here. Brandon High School.
Heron comes in hitting 250. Swings at a high fastball, fouls it back.
Yeah. Ned now ahead 0-2. See if he can minimize the damage here. If he gets out of this inning just with 3 runs. Giving up So he's doing okay considering how it started. That's another wild pitch, goes to the backstop. Blake will advance to third. Sophomore Theo Ned on the hill for Coach Duran. And the Sumner Stingrays. Good stop by Morgan behind the dish. Now 2-2. Sumner, Mikey, I believe, is the official 28th public high school in Hillsborough County.
That's just unbelievable.
Amazing.
Man.
And we are now at 12 or 13 of them east of 301 on this side of the county.
1986, Brandon split with Armwood, 2 high schools. After I graduated, I believe Bloomingdale came in.
Bloomingdale, I was there first 3 years of Bloomingdale, fall of '87.
Yeah.
So we got second baseman Garcia up. And that was a walk to Heron, as Mikey and I went down memory lane here in East Hillsborough County. A little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it will not be the last time
It
tonight,
will not
folks.
be the last time. There's plenty of people that we both know that we're going to get on a game for an inning. A lot of storied baseball players, baseball programs in this part of the county. A lot of people that Mikey and I know, so we'll have a good time, probably during Saladino.
See how the schedule works out to get Ray's first base coach Ozzie Timmons
Yes, sir.
out for a game or 2.
Yes, sir.
Down south for spring training.
That is a ball hit up the middle. Great play by second baseman Wilder. Get out of it. So that's the way to help your pitcher. And like we said, if Ned can get out of it with just 3 runs given up, they get a good defensive play there on the double play. So 3 runs in, 2 runners left, and no hits in the first inning. That's why defense is important, Mikey.
Absolutely.
As we take a break on Stream Live Tampa.
Top of the second now for the Sumner Stingrays. Be Jason Rivera, Theo Ned, and Joe Cabreras. Facing left-hander Esteban Tavarian. Eagles pushed across 3 in the bottom of the first on no hits. But they all count in the book. Right fielder Rivera with a 0-1 count. Tavarian out in front, 0-2. Rivera comes in at 222 on the young season for the Stingrays. Could not catch up with the fastball. That'll be a strikeout for Tavarian for the first out of the second inning. That'll bring up pitcher Theo Ned, trying to help his own cause get back into the game. Sean Spare watching on Facebook. What's up, Sean?
So see if Ned can help his own cause here. As senior Esteban Tavares works from the stretch exclusively. Got a quick out here in the second. Got a 3-0 lead. A beautiful Friday night here in Brandon.
Nice cool night.
Oh,
feels great.
Tavares falls behind 2-1.
Gets the high strike.
Yes, sir. That one's in there. 2-2. Slow. Count goes full. Tip and a squeeze on that one. 2 up, 2 down here in the second. Another strikeout for Tavares. It'll bring up Joe Cabrales, first baseman for Sumner Stingrays. They are down 3-0 here in the second. First pitch in.
Four strikeouts through the first 2 innings here.
Yes, he does.
For Tavarian. Continues to fill it up.
Yes, he does. 3-0 here. Top 2. Hometown Brandon Eagles. Up on Sumner. Gets away, goes back to the back. So I want to thank everybody watching on Facebook. Starlin Nance, proud mom of assistant coach Garrett Nance with Brandon Eagles. Thank you, Shannon Dunn. Craig Monroe is an old name. Haven't seen him in a while. Jessica Perry and our friend Lou Randy from Houston, Texas. And strikes out the side for Tavares. So we will go to the bottom of 2. 3-0 Brandon.
at it, number 22, Fisher Smith.
Back here, bottom of the second now. It'll be Fisher Smith, Therian Cooper, and back to the top of the order with Daniel Santana.
Yeah, Fisher's that.
The strike for Ned.
Fisher's dad, Ron. Saw him before the game. Big supporter of Stream Live Tampa, likes what we're doing here locally. We got an update on the softball field over there. Megan DeVilliers had a grand slam for Sumner. I think 15-0 now Stingrays. On the softball side of the complex here. Back on the baseball field, Don Powell Field. We're in the bottom of 2, 3-0 Eagles. And catcher Fisher Smith takes one for the team. Again, another non-at-bat in the book, but another runner for Brandon. As Theo Ned is struggling a little bit here. A first-year program.
Might have to check with the Elias Sports Bureau and see if this is some kind of record for at-bats that are not at-bats in the first 2 innings of a game. Back at it.
Back at it, louder and clearer. Technical director, co-owner of Stream Live Tampa, Javier Nunez, always working behind the scenes, making sure our mics are up, make sure we got good equipment. We do the best we can here at Stream Live Tampa to show you local high school sports. So Fisher Smith with the leadoff hit by pitch. He's at 1 for the Eagles.
Therian Cooper.
Therian Cooper, thank you.
The right fielder.
Couldn't read my own writing. Right fielder for the Eagles. They had 2 and 1.
Runner will advance to second. Another wild pitch.
Again.
So unfortunately for Ned, things continue to go this route.
And we'll see if the young man can battle out of this, though. As he goes full. As he goes full on Cooper. And a little one that's fisted off Cooper's bat. Little pop up to first. That'll be the first out. So we got 1 out runner at second here at bottom 2, 3-0 Eagles. Goes back to the top of the order, Daniel Santana. Any Santana songs? I'm winning.
Santana.
Carlos Santana. Tito Santana.
Arriba. Tito Santana still lives local.
As many former and current professional wrestlers do. That are pro wrestling aficionado Mikey Paris here. That is a passion of Mr. Paris. Great.
Absolutely.
Good piece of hitting right there. Goes Oppo, the runner at third, less than 2, sneaks into right field for a base hit. It's the first official hit of the night as Santana knocks in a run. And 1 Fisher Smith, he can go put his gear back on, get ready for the third. Now 4-0. Brandon. 1 out, runner at 1. That'll bring up another Santana. Ryan Santana, freshman left fielder.
Steals second base without a throw. Another stolen base for the Eagles. Ryan Santana now facing Ned. Misses low.
Yeah, Coach D for Brandon before the game was telling me this is one of his young pups that he's excited about. Freshman has a big chopper to short, see if Brown can redeem himself, and he does.
Nice play.
Gets the runner out. Another Santana advances. Actually, this is a pinch runner, I believe, for Brandon. Nope, that is Daniel Santana, excuse me. He'll advance to third on the fielder's choice.
So with 2 outs now, Kendall Spencer, center fielder.
First pitch in there for a strike. And what I was saying before the game, Coach D for Brandon, very excited about Ryan Santana being a freshman. He said a lot of his older guys are having to watch the younger guys come up and push them and go ahead of them. Had the same conversation with Butch Valdez out of Durant today about how he's got a lot of seniors on his bench because his young guys are coming in ready to go. Count goes to 2-1. Ned falls behind on Spencer.
Just goes to show the strength of a roster when that starts happening.
Play your best 9 regardless of class.
Absolutely.
Ned can't stay on top of that one. Falls behind 3-1. He's got 2 outs here though. 1 run in here in the second. 4-0 Eagles. Ball gets away. Santana will come home easily. As that is ball 4, Spencer will take 1. Now 5-0 Brandon. As head coach Kennedy Duran comes out, he was asking for the ball halfway out. So we get a pitching change here in a second with a 5-run Brandon Eagle lead. As here in 2021, kids back to school, went back to school in the fall amidst the COVID pandemic. A lot of protocols, a lot of guidelines that schools are having to follow, athletic programs are having to follow to make sure kids are back on fields, courts, what have you. And I know right now here in the spring, there's 3 teams in Hillsborough County that I know of that are having some quarantine issues and having to take a break from the ball field. One is Leonard baseball program is off 10 days basically until Saladino tournament starts on the 13th of this month. Coach Victor Rodriguez texted me the other day saying their game that night against Newsom was canceled and they had a couple players, they had to quarantine the team, so one player tested positive. So by protocol, 10 days away from team activities on campus, no practice, no games. And then another one, a big one on the softball side, is Durant High School. Their team is quarantined until Tuesday. They go back to school. They've been that way since this past Monday. They've had 3 players test positive. So do the right thing and follow the county protocol procedure. The Durant High School softball program is shut down till Tuesday since this past Monday, and they won't play again until March 23rd after spring break. But like I had told them, and I told Coach Rodriguez down at Leonard, rather have it happen now than later in the season as it goes into district time late April. I think one other one is the Tampa Catholic softball program but they have a little bit different policy within the diocese, but they've taken a little small breather away. Just something programs are going to happen to go after or follow.
Another challenge something that we never had to worry about when we were playing. It's
just amazing. So most of the quarantine issues come from other students at a school testing positive, and then administration goes around to seating charts per class of where that student is at. So you sit next to that student, you get quarantined 10 days, and there's no gray area, very black and white. first pitch, stolen base there by Spencer, and he is out. Oh, they're going to call him safe. He was there on the stolen base. I was just going to say he did not go in sliding, goes in standing up, which I don't never see on a stolen base. And then he tripped over the bag and was over the bag. And second baseman Landon Wilder tried to make the tag. It looked like from here, we got a perfect angle right here, Mike. It looked like he was out, but
might have got that toe back in, but that's when you know you're going to make it. That's the perfect opportunity to do that gorgeous pop-up slide.
Absolutely, and I've seen Spencer do it many times. I'd almost call him out just for principle. Excuse me. Cleanup hitter Josh Blake here, third baseman for the Brandon Eagles.
Blake had a couple great swings in his first at bat.
Yeah, he had 3 hits down at East Bay last week when we were down there. We are about less than 10 yards, less than a first down from the Brandon dugout here, and it's open, lively, as they are sporting a 5-0 lead here in the second with a runner at second. Cleanup hitter Josh Blake up.
They do the Ric Flair thing, I'm going to have to woo. Just warning everyone.
Of course.
I won't be able to
Do it, Mike. It's Friday night here. It's
able
beautiful.
to hold myself back.
We'll be back here on Thursday, March 11th. That was a previously scheduled game here at Brandon. So we'll have back-to-back high school baseball games here at Brandon High School. That'll be Steinbrenner coming to town. Legendary head coach John Crumley. Looking forward to meeting him before the game. I've never had the pleasure of meeting Coach Crumley, former Jesuit state champion coach. Now it's Steinbrenner on the west side of Hillsborough County, an eternity from here. But he does a great job with his Steinbrenner Warriors. So they'll come here 2 days before Saladino's tournament starts.
Back when my brother was coaching at Brandon, had a couple opportunities to hang out with Coach Crumley. Great baseball guy.
Absolutely. One of many here in Hillsborough County, currently and in the past.
Let's watch some of these guys just keep coming back.
Absolutely.
It's such good talent.
That'll be a strike 3 for Ned to get out of that, and he does give up 2. 5-0 Brandon at the end of 2. 2 runners on, 1 hit, 1 left. 5-0 Eagles.
Noah Hancock.
So we're back here going to the top of the third. 5-0 Brandon. Up now, shortstop Manny Ramos. Right before that inning, Coach Duran came over. He's right here in front of us, third base coach's box. Coming over, asking what the music was, Coffee or Nunez's playlist. Always loved Coach Duran. Always loved watching him, Coach. Great builder of not only baseball players, athletes, but young men in the South Shore County area, South Shore part of the county. Big supporter of Streamline Tampa as well. There's a leadoff walk to Manny Ramos. Second walk of the night for Esteban Tavares. Ends his streak of 4 Ks in a row. As the Sumner Stingrays run themselves down 5-0 here in the third. We are at legendary Don Powell Field, the Eagles Nest, in the campus of Brandon High School. Up now, second baseman Landon Wilder takes first pitch for a strike. Thanks Jessica Perry watching on Facebook. We'll thank McIntyre Reamer, Doug Colson watching. Mikey, you're watching, it says.
Dougie Fresh. I gotta watch.
Oh, and that ball will hit Wilder. And they all of a sudden, Sumner now 2 runners on to start the third inning. So they got first and second on Tavares. Coach D coming out for, I don't know, check on Tavares. He's okay. Coach John D. Benedetto, former Newsom Wolf, now in his, I believe, second year here at Brandon. Assistant coach Garrett Nance, former Armwood Hawk, his top assistant here at Brandon. Both big supporters of us, and we appreciate it.
Jeff Nance, a good friend of mine. Don't get to see him as often as I would like, but wanted to shout out to them.
And that will be classic. Oh, it did look like he pulled his foot. So I was going to say, classic Kennedy Duran coaching right there. If runners at first and second, no outs, he's definitely going to bunt. And that is the knock on Tavares in the county. I was talking with another high school coach this week about how you bunt him to death. He does not field bunts very well. A lot of lefties don't. But Tavares doesn't. He didn't field bunts very well last week when Coach Kraus bunted his East Bay Indians back into a lead. And that throw by Tavares, he juggled it a little bit. And it pulled first baseman Marcus Heron off the bat. We could see it here too. Coach Duran went out and made sure base umpire got help from home. So right here in the third, the Stingrays are threatening. First 3 runners are on. That will go first. We got bases loaded. Ramos at third, Wilder at second, Morgan at first. We'll go back to the top of the lineup. DH Alex Kaluna. So top of third, 5-0 Brandon. Starter Esteban Tavares has some trouble here. First 3 runners are on. Bases loaded, no outs. First pitch in there hits inside Black. And speaking of Alex Calera, looks like he's got a family member, Jack, cheering on Sumner from Summit Hill, Pennsylvania. That's an uncle, it looks like. Watching nephew Alex Calera. Perfect timing, as he is up here for his Sumner Stingrays with bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the third, down 5-0. See if Coach Duran can get his Stingrays clawing back in. I guess they don't claw. What do Stingrays do? Flap?
I would go with sting.
They sting their way back. Another hopper. And again, Tavares has problems fielding. He is no Greg Maddox. That is a knock on him, very well known in East Hillsborough County with the coaches. And that hit him in the batter's box.
Looks like that's what's happening.
Catch his foot in the batter's box, so it's going to be a foul ball. Come back. What was the count? Because they took the count off the board. I have 2-2. Is that 2-1? Yeah. So Uncle Jack, your nephew, gets to bat again. The 2-1 count. Basically, I had 2-2. That's it. Is what it is. 2-2. Bases loaded, no outs here in the third.
Misses in with the fastball.
Yes, count goes full. Yeah, getting to know so many high school baseball coaches in this part of the county. In other parts of the county, Mikey, it is easily the biggest knock on Esteban Tavares is he does not field his position well. That ball hits. Flora, a little stare down to Tavares, not really necessary, but that's okay. Uncle Jack, your nephew, reached first. And thank you for watching from Summit Hill, Pennsylvania.
Stream Live Tampa is spreading across the country.
Yes.
Had a viewer from Hawaii on Tuesday.
I love it. I love it. Not even on the mainland. So first run of the night for the Stingrays, as they now get to Tavares again in the third. Now 5-1 Brandon, still bases loaded, no outs.
That hit by pitch saved my scorebook because I had already colored in the runner scoring, so that would be all right.
You start crossing your fingers. Oh, please let it stay the same. I thank Laura, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Laura Asherman. She says, let's go Sumner. We appreciate your support, Laura. I think we got everybody that's watching. We'll go check the other forms of social media again. You can watch Stream Live Tampa High School Athletics free on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. As in the month of March, we will solely be doing high school sports, baseball and softball. As we take a break from HEC home baseball games while the Yankees are in town. So we get to stay on this side of the county. First pitch in there, ball one to Gabe Mangual, center fielder for Sumner. Walked back in the first and was stranded. That is now 2-0. So Esteban Tavares getting little, showing his emotions a little bit on his sleeve. He does tend to do that. He did that down in East Bay. That was scouting report on him when he was at Durant as well. He transferred over from the Cougars here to Brandon High School. He's now behind 2-1. Still has bases loaded, but does have a 4-run lead. He's got to remember that. Throws that one by Manuel, 2-2.
Base hit would change the complexion of the baseball game, that's for sure.
Yes, it would. Count goes full.
They are getting ready in the bullpen for the Eagles.
Yeah, just in case. And he gets a chopper. This is going to be tough. Good play by the third baseman. Cuts that one off. Good play by Blake. Outs are important. Does give up a run. Runners advance to second and third. Wilder will score. Little ribby right there from Mangual. Is Mr. Baseball listening? Is that an RBI?
That is an RBI, absolutely. Not on a double play.
Having a little fun. Having a little fun. It's all right. We appreciate everybody's passion watching in the past and present and in the future. So it's now 5-2. Stingrays have swam their way back into this, stung their way back into this. You don't want to say that about the late Steve Irwin. He crocodile hunter. 1 out. Runners in scoring position, second and third. Now up. Shortstop Jaden Brown.
We've got Kaluras all over the place watching the game tonight. Thank you guys very much. Jeff Kalura from Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania.
Woo-hoo. Keystone State representing. Fouls that one back. Count goes even 1-1.
This takes a knock now. Get them within one.
Yes, it does. Good pitch by Tavares there.
Tavares trying to power his way through here.
That's what he's got in him. You know, that's why he's going to Grambling in the fall and stuff. But he does get a little emotional. I think when he gets to college, I'll project him as a short-term reliever. Good setup from the left side if he can help up a little bit. Maybe be a closer down the road.
Strikeout looking there for out number 2.
Yes, it was. That's the second time Brown went down. So 2 outs as Tavares has battled back here in the third. He's given up 2 so far. Still has a 5-2 lead, 2 outs. Brings up Jason Rivera, the right fielder. He struck out in the second. One of the 6 Ks for Esteban Tavares. That ball gets away, and another run in for Sumner.
That's going to be a hit by pitch, so they'll have to go back.
Did they say that was...
Caught him in the foot, I believe.
So runners go back. Batter still
Must have.
Yeah, he's going down. Yeah, he's got to go to 1, right? No? Hey, they brought him back, yeah.
Rivera wanted to hit something fierce there,
Yeah,
but he
was
was hitting the
interesting.
foot, I believe, and so it'll load the bases.
Load the bases again, 2 outs. So Tavares got lucky there.
That's the opposite of what I used to do. I used to act like I got hit and run to first, make me get back in the box.
Lean into it, Rudy Stein.
That's right. That was on today, the original, sir. Watched every minute of it.
Edited or no?
Not at all on IFC, sir, and I could not believe it.
In my opinion, that 1976 version of Bad News Bears is what we're referring to. In my opinion, everybody is the greatest sports movie of all time.
It's a fantastic movie. I just couldn't believe that it was...
What they
Tanner
said.
was Tanner. I'll just put it that way.
Tanner would not get away with that. He wouldn't do well in 2021.
No.
Or he would do well, but nobody else would like it.
No.
First pitch in there to Ned. Is that Ned? No, this is actually the new pitcher thanks to Coach Duran, because he's not on the roster, is Noah Hancock.
Correct.
Coach Duran, Kennedy Duran, first-year coach here at Sumner. Long-time coach at Leonard. He came over, said hi in between innings, and Mikey had to ask him because we did not have this young man on the roster. And that is strikeout number 7 for Tavares. But he gives up 2. Got lucky, could have been 3. As we go to the middle of the third, 5-2, Brandon. try to
Back now.
try to hit everybody as much as
Bottom of the third now for the Eagles, leading 5-2.
sponsors, things like that.
This will be Carson Utia,
For everybody. So these are little
the DH tonight for the Eagles.
This is going really well. It looks we kind of found
Noah Hancock is the pitcher now for the Stingrays. We apologize for the delay in announcing Noah. Wasn't listed on our roster. Got the information from Coach Duran, left-hander. Count will be 1-1 at this point. Brandon trying to get back the 2 they gave up last inning. So foul ball out of play. Catcher comes out to chat with Noah Hancock. Yeah. One ball, 2 strikes now. Misses upstairs. 2-2 is the count. And the pitch by Hancock. Misses down. That'll load it up. 3-2 now. And the full count pitch. Lined foul. Down the right field line. Keep it at 3-2. Just a beautiful night for baseball out here in Brandon. And the full count pitch. That ball is driven deep to center field. Center fielder goes back. He gets underneath it and makes the play. Gabe Mangual for the first out. Ball was struck pretty decent. Mangual did a nice job getting under it. So 1 out now for the Eagles. That'll bring up Marcus Haran. The first baseman for the Eagles. First pitch strike. Hancock misses down low with a off-speed pitch. That'll make it 1-1. Hancock looks in from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Ball is driven to left. Left fielder comes in. Cannot make a diving play. Great effort out there by Jamal Roche. Comes up just short off the end of his glove. That'll be a base hit. That'll bring up second baseman now, Marlon Garcia with 1 out. Runner on first. Nice effort in left field. Totally laid out for it. Almost came up with it. High school friend Tony Altarizio popping on. Stream Live Tampa. Thanks for watching, Tony. Big baseball fan, big Lightning fan. Appreciate you popping on a little bit there, Tony. First pitch swinging, fouled off. 0-1 now. for second baseman Marlon Garcia. The pitch to Garcia. Misses outside. Little hesitation move, keep the runner at first. Brandon very aggressive on the bases with 16 steals now. Swings over a curveball for strike 2. Hancock's come in and done a nice job so far. Steps out of the box there for Garcia. Hancock took a little too much time. Pitch to the plate now. Off the pitcher. Still going to go to second in time.
Great play by Hancock there. It was a shot up the middle. Give a shout out to former Tampa Bay Ray and Milwaukee Brewer pitcher Seth McClung came by to say hi.
Every bit as big as he was on TV.
First time I met him a few years ago, he handed me a baseball card, Big Red Baseball. I said, yes, sir. Yeah,
Seth
he is
McClung,
founder and owner of Florida Gulf Coast Prospects. So he's out here looking at some ball players for his summer program. He does a fantastic job with those overlooked high school players in the summer. Back to his home state of West Virginia. He gets a lot of kids some proper looks in the summer and the
fantastic.
fall. Yeah. Seth's a good dude.
I'll have to find that on Twitter, no doubt.
Yeah, but I saw something on Twitter that he might be at the game, so I tweeted him and he came by. So it was good seeing Seth.
You never know who's going to come over and say hello to Stream Live Tampa.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Could be Melanie Brown, could be Seth McClung.
Go from Melanie Brown to Seth McClung. I love it. I'm sure that's not the last time we'll cross paths with Seth.
Fouled off to right now. Catcher Fisher Smith.
Speaking of Seth, Fisher plays on one of Seth's teams with Florida Gulf Coast Prospects. It's a mouthful.
I'll write that down.
I want to thank Janice Orlick, grandmother of Alex Valera, watching from Cambridge, Maryland. Got PA covered, Maryland. Whew.
Tony Altarizio watching from over in Brandon. Just people all over the place.
Yes, sir. You're watching Sumner at Brandon on a Friday night here in early March. Mikey Paris, myself, Jim Delaney. We got a 5-2 Brandon lead here in the bottom of 3. 2 outs. Second pitcher in for the Stingrays, Noah Hancock.
He's done a great job.
He came in relief in the last inning for starter 3-0 Ned, but he has done a great job. And strike 3 is Sumner.
Ringy dingy.
Got 2 in the top of the frame. Shuts him down in the bottom of the 3rd as we'll go to the 4th. 5-2 Eagles. right, back here at Stream Live Tampa, 5-2 Brandon lead as we head to the fourth. First baseman Joe Cabrales will lead off. New pitcher in for Brandon. So number 20, Trace Toledo. He started the game down in East Bay that we did last week. As the Stingrays try to flap, glide, swim.
We're going to have to get a vote on that.
We're going to figure that out with the Stingrays, what they do. Sting their way back. Stung their way back with 2 runs in the third. To cut into that 5-run at the time Brandon lead, 5-2 Eagles. Base hit into the hole in left field. Leadoff single for Cabrales. And it'll bring up shortstop Manny Ramos. Looks like the softball game was quick work by the Stingrays over Brandon. It was 15-0 at one point, and the lights are off. Or the scoreboard is off down there.
Quickly done on that side.
Yes. But back here on the baseball field, we got a 5-2 Eagle lead as Sumner keeps trying to get their way back into it.
Our scrappy bunch.
That's what head coach Kennedy Duran preaches. His teams will always have fight. First year school, Sumner High School down in, I guess it's considered Riverview, off 672 in that Balm, Waimama area between Big Bend and Sun City Center. Close to the home of technical director Javier Nunez. He liked that game the other night, right around the corner.
It's also close to the beer shed, if I might say. Happens to be over that way. That's
2-1 now in Ramos.
how bartenders
It
tell.
does.
That's how
It's not
bartenders tell directions.
That's right. That's right, Mikey. We love it. And me being a Valrica resident, this is not far from home for me tonight. Three and one now. Toledo falls behind on Ramos. Leadoff single by Cabrales. Payoff pitch in their first strike. Throw down to first was close. He's safe. Should we get on Kennedy for not having his jersey tucked in? Love Kennedy.
Say hello to Anthony DeSanto, my broadcast partner from Tuesday night. Had a good time with you, Anthony. Hopefully we get to do it again.
Ball hit the second. Try to turn it. They won't, but they'll get the lead runner at 2.
Nice job getting the lead runner.
Good job by Garcia. So we got 1 out. They'll bring up fellow second baseman, Landon, don't call me Gene Wilder. Which movie you want to reference there, Mikey?
I was going through.
We got Willy Wonka, Young Frankenstein. I don't know if we can do Blazing Saddles on this.
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy, I like it. Silver Streak.
Silver Streak, classic.
The late, great Gene Wilder as the runner goes. Smith came out of his shoes on that throw. Goes into center field. They'll hold him at 2. Looks like Ramos was shaking up a little bit. Sliding into 2, but he's in there safely.
Back in the day, we called that a cup slide. I believe that's what's happening at second base right now. Catch his breath, he'll be all right.
The Soloplex.
Yes.
All right, Mikey, yeah. Got a little rattle in the cage. There's no remedy for that. You can walk it off. It'll go away. Stretch that stomach out.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, thanks for the shout out on Twitter, Seth McClung.
Nice
And
meeting
his
Seth. Like I
full-
said, he is
It's a large man.
every bit as big as he looked when he was pitching for the Rays.
Good
Big
dude.
red.
Good dude. And then final, we got a final from the softball game down there with 17-0 Sumner over Brandon. I know it's Friday night lights, but it's not football season. It was softball, 17-0. Yeah, thanks again to Seth for the shout out on Twitter. Another supporter of Stream Live Tampa. As we keep growing, keep trying to show different high school athletic programs here in the county. Now 2 outs. As Toledo gets Wilder on strikes. This will be safety catcher Garrett Morgan.
Ball gets away from the kids having a great game of wall ball, I would think, over there.
The on-deck batter was moving. Love it. So we got a 5-2 Eagle lead here in the top of the 4th. Trace Toledo in relief for the Eagles, as he's facing catcher Garrett Morgan. Singled in the 3rd. At second here in the 4th as Stingrays keep trying to get their way back into this game. As they spotted Brandon a 5-0 lead at one point, now down only 5-2.
Feels like they're hanging around.
They are
Say
hanging
that.
around. Yes, that's right. David Sanson, longtime supporter from Game Time Prospects, lives up in Tar Heel State, North Carolina, watching some of his former and current players. Excuse me. Former player of his at Armwood High School when he was the head coach there, current Brandon assistant coach Garrett Nance. Love watching Garrett mature. I remember him in high school playing at Armwood, went up played at New England College, a little D3 school in New Hampshire. Came back to the area, and now he's helping local high school baseball players, and especially the Brandon Eagles.
Love of the game.
Good dude. Good family. 1-2. 1-2 here on Morgan. So Toledo can keep that runner at second. As we're in the top of the 4th. Don Powell Field here at the Eagles' nest. Pitch misses. Swing and a miss. Pitch outside. So they'll leave that runner stranded after 3.5. 5-2 Eagles.
Theron Cooper. There we go. Back with you here at Don Powell Field, home of the Brandon Eagles, in a 5-2 ball game. Bottom of the fourth now. Right fielder Theron Cooper will lead off against Noah Hancock.
As Mikey and I have stood for a little bit, stretch our legs out a little bit. Just like
It's almost cooling down enough to see if I can get in this letter jacket that I brought from 1987.
1987.
My alma mater. The memories are just flooding back here, being close to the dugout. Peeked my head into the dugout earlier today, and lockers that were built by my dad still in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm laughing at Coffee. He's like, man, what is he crying over here? That's good, though. That's good memories, yeah.
Absolutely. They built them not when I was playing, but my brother coached here for 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Had a state runner-up team. Scott Glazer.
Yes. Brother of Sean. Yeah, I played against Sean. He was at Armwood. He might have been here. I think he was here. Class of 87, so Mike Grant was a quarterback.
Yep.
Former Nebraska Cornhusker.
Absolutely.
Johnny Hopkins.
Sophomore
running
year.
back.
Yeah, I played at McLean Junior High with Johnny before
Just east of us here, yeah.
before everybody got too big.
Kevin
And I said,
Mancini.
Kevin Mancini, Florida
State.
State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to high school. I did spring football, and I said, I'm going to play baseball.
Yes, sir. Coach Campbell here at the time.
Coach Robert
Right,
Campbell.
Robert Campbell, yeah. See Coach Campbell sometimes on the softball side. His granddaughter is playing
Yeah, he's a softball maniac now.
and loves it.
He absolutely does.
Yeah, I get reacquainted with Coach Campbell. His daughter is a couple years younger than mine. We just used to hear at Sadie Park a few years ago. And he's like, I'm trying to learn the softball, but I love it. I said, well, stick with it, Coach.
2-2 now to Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles trying to solve Hancock, who's come in and done a fine job keeping him right at 5 runs.
Mm-hmm. He's done a great job coming in relief. Gets first pitch. Ball gets away. Throw goes down first. Good athletic play by the first baseman. It'll be a strikeout. 1 out. As Sumner sticks around in this game. Starler, you're very welcome. We appreciate you watching and supporting us.
Watching from Spring Hill, Tom Luby, friend of Mike Paris's. A buddy of mine. Tuning in. Spring Hill gonna still get up there, Tom. We're coming to visit, I promise.
So we're back at the top of the order. Shortstop Daniel Santana.
Scored twice for the Eagles already.
We've got 5 camera angles tonight, Mikey. More than any other live stream that I've seen. We've been researching a lot. See what else is out there. See how we can improve our coverage. Any equipment that we can, but we get 5 camera angles for a Friday night baseball game here in Brandon. 5-2 Eagle lead here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out.
Hancock to the plate now. In for a strike. Battling back is Hancock now.
His surname, former Brandon Eagle, the late great Gary Hancock.
Gary Hancock, absolutely. I was wondering.
The original mayor of Brandon before you, Mikey. And that ball's down the left field line, and great run and catch
Jamal Roche.
by Jamal Roche to keep. I think he just went into foul territory.
Came a long way for that ball.
Yes, he did.
Shaded towards center field, made a long run, made it look easy.
Freshman left fielder now, fellow left fielder, Ryan Santana. He's 0 for 2. Scored a run back in the first.
You know what, Coach Duran has to be happy with Noah Hancock.
Yes.
Settled the game right down, allowed him to get a couple runs to get within 3. Continues to hold the Eagles.
What you want, good play hit right at the third baseman.
Ramos.
Fellow Florida Gulf Coast prospect, Seth McClung, as he pointed him out as he looked down over us, the table, the fence. Love seeing Seth, but that's one of his ball players in the summer and fall. So 3 up, 3 down for the Eagles in the 4th. We will go to the 5th. Still 5-2 Brandon. Right, we are back here at Brandon High School, 5-2 Eagle lead as we go to the 5th. And the 5th inning fun fact from Mikey Time Paris.
Like I said before, I graduated Brandon here in 1987. I went to Florida State and majored in life experience and minored in irresponsible finance. And now Kalura, top of the 5th. Follow that, Jim.
He's got the states of Pennsylvania and Maryland watching as a hopper to short. Good play by Santana, gets Calera out. So we got one out here in the 5th, 5-2 Brandon lead. Brings up center fielder, Gabe Mangual. He's 0 for 1, walked back in the 1st, grounded out the 3rd and the 3rd.
Did get an RBI on that ground out.
Yes, he did. I'm sure that was fact-checked by somebody. Sorry,
the rules change.
I can't help you. Yeah, I can't. We had a good chuckle about that.
I was gonna lick that guy up.
Pops is watching my dad. Dave Delaney's watching. Wants to say hi to Coach Duran. We'll do that at some point, Dad.
Toledo doing a fine job too, coming in for the Eagles. This is outside.
He falls behind 3-0 here. And there's a strike.
right down Highway 60 with the fastball.
Right down 60. Brandon Boulevard. Ball fouled away by Mangual. Count goes full.
Trying to battle all the way back here. Nice cut.
Just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. And a staple of any Kennedy Durand coach team will be stirrups. These are the solid ones, no stripes on these. He had it Leonard. Ooh, good piece of hitting, tried to punch that one.
Just fouled on the right field line. First baseman could not reach it. That'll keep the count full. As a bat quickly becoming a nice little battle.
Good piece of hitting there. I know that ball went foul. Just tried to get in play. 2-strike approach. Kind of lost in the game here in 2021, but a lot of old school coaching still out there, making sure that young ball players know how to play the game at the plate. That's a ball 4. Draws a walk, 1-out walk. Mangual, second time on bases now. Shortstop Jaden Brown, 0 for 2, struck out twice. He'll come up here with 1 out in the 5th. His Stingrays down 5-2. Big district matchup here in Brandon High School Friday night. As always, any game that we do, we want to shout out to Jarrett Guthrie. His support from 813 Preps as runner goes. Good play by second baseman, just a pick and almost get him out. Mangual will steal second, get into scoring position for Brown. Not sure where Jarrett is at tonight.
Everywhere.
Yes, it does seem like his staff is growing big time. I want to say Jarrett is at Riverview tonight for the Durand at Riverview game, but I'm not sure. I know Jarrett is a local Valrica resident like myself, so I did not talk to Jarrett today, but just seeing on Twitter updates on the 813 Preps count from Riverview. His staff is growing, does a fantastic job.
Off speed, misses up.
And Slater couldn't stay on top of that one. Now 1-2. 1 out here in the 5th, 5-2 Eagles. Brown fouls that one back.
Toledo to the plate. Got that curveball to work perfectly. Another strikeout for Eagle pitching.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. Yes, I'm reading on who's watching on YouTube. I want to thank Gia Jacobs watching from the Rockies.
Nice. Coors Light.
Blue Mountains. Garrett Glasgow, I believe Garrett Glasgow is soon to be Warner University Royal. I think he just committed to Warner. Let's go Trace. Yeah, I thought Trace played in the game time baseball side. Same with Garrett. So congratulations to you guys.
Right fielder Jason Rivera now for the Stingrays with a runner on second.
2 outs here in the 5th. As we get caught up on our supporters here. Joshua Barker, thank you. Luciana Barrero.
Played a second, not in time.
Olivia Toledo, watching on YouTube. Thank you, everybody.
No balls and a strike now. Nice play by the catcher.
Remember, you can subscribe for free on YouTube. Follow us, like us, share us, retweet us on Facebook and Twitter. Everything is Stream Live Tampa. Easy to find on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. 2 outs here in the 5th. Brandon High School. Friday night. Good play by Santana. Good little hop. Gets that throw. Leaves the runner stranded. We'll go into the middle of the 5th. 5-2 Brandon.
Hey, let's score runs. Let's go.
As you're back here on Stream Live Tampa, as we get to the bottom of the 5th here at Brandon High School, home team Eagles sporting a 5-2 lead. I got the heart of the order up. 3-4-5. Spencer Blake and Juntia. Kendall Spencer will lead off as this is Noah Hancock's 3rd inning in relief. Lefty for Sumner. As the Stingray is led by Hancock, has kept the Eagles at bay. First pitch swinging, fouled down the first base line by Spencer. And Spencer is 0 for 0. Hit by pitch in the first, walked in the second, scored in the first.
Tracy Hawkins watching now. The Eagles, as you just tuned in, asked for 2 claps and a Ric Flair woo.
Woo.
So I'm sure you're giggling at that.
The nature boy.
Misses outside with a deuce.
So Brandon was up 5-0 in the second. And Stingrays got 2 in the third. It's still 5-2. We got ourselves a ball game here Friday night. And strike 3 on Spencer. Swing and a miss brings up cleanup hitter, third baseman Josh Blake. Give a quick shout out to 2 pitchers for Bloomingdale High School softball team tonight, Mikey. 2 girls that I've coached over the years, Georgia Crone and Liv Velasco, combined on a perfect game in a win over Plant City. 15-0 for the Bulls. Congratulations, G. She's going to Briarcliff University up in Iowa. That is a shot to right, and Rivera will haul that one in. Good swinging by Blake. He's been swinging the bat well earlier in the season. 2 quick outs here for Hancock. Yeah, Georgia's going up to Briarcliff NAIA school in Iowa. I was at her letter signing last week.
I don't care what level you're
Absolutely.
at or what game you're playing, but if it's a perfect game, it's a perfect game.
Yeah, nice to see her and Liv battling back from a back injury. She's a sophomore, the future pitcher at Bloomingdale. We get updates on everything around here, everybody. Especially this time of year, baseball and softball are our bread and butter. We're very well in tune with the coaches and everybody and players, and we try to give as much thorough content on our live streams as we can. As there's Chopper third, and look at Sumner just staying alive by Noah Hancock. He's off the field before that ball was fielded. 6-3. That is 7 in a row retired by Hancock. As we go to the 6th, 5-2 Brandon here at Brandon High School.
Theo Ned leading it off. No, this is Hancock.
No, this is Hancock. Yeah. He struck out looking back in the 3rd.
Oh, that's right.
He's the reason the Stingrays are still in this. I mean, I know they got 2 runs to get back, but he has held Brandon scoreless in 3 innings of work and relief.
Strong
three plus innings, yeah. So he'll lead off the 6. Falls behind quickly, 0-2. He's facing Trace Toledo.
He's doing a great job as well.
Absolutely. He's got a little, he's a lot shorter than Tom Seaver was, but kind of a Tom Seaver rock back on that back leg. I don't think he drags his knee like Seaver did, but he's just got that kind of slow. You watch him as he goes back, kind of just
Get that push off.
Yeah, he keeps that back, that throwing shoulder down, and gets a strikeout of Hancock. Give a couple shout outs to Megan DeVilliers. Hit first ever home run in Sumner High School softball history. Hit a grand slam just south of here tonight at Brandon High School in a 17-0 Stingray win. And no, Megan, since she was 9 or 10. She's a great kid. Happy for her. So we give her a shout out for that program.
If you're going to hit a home run, you might as well make
Might
it a
as
granny.
well. That's what Megan does. And also Larry Frank, thank you for watching. Larry is host of Frankly Speaking Sports on Facebook. Has some great guests. I know Larry and I have talked a couple times. We'll figure out how to help each other out. Help stream my Tampa. Appreciate his support.
Yeah, find him on Facebook. Always has
Oh, yeah.
fantastic guests.
Larry's animated, to say the least. Know a couple of Larry's brothers. Glenn, Craig. There's like 17 of them, I think. Richie. I love it.
Must have missed out.
What's that?
He must have missed out right there with that pitch. That pitch was close.
Okay. The temperature dips a little bit here tonight. Beautiful night here for baseball. 5-2 Eagles in the 6th. 2-2 here.
Fisted towards second. Great play.
Oh, came off the bag. Yeah, great play there by Garcia.
Full extension to glove it. Popped up. Just a little high on the throw.
There goes an infield hit.
I agree,
That
sir.
was a pitch. Is that a pitch? I think that was a pitch hitter. This is Manny Ramos. Yes, it is. We'll just make sure we're no pinch hitters. Shortstop for Sumner. Walked and scored. First run of the night for the Stingrays back in the 3rd. Reached under fielder's choice in the 4th. Comes up here with a runner at first and 1 out. Down 3. You're in the 6th. First pitch swinging. He was swinging for the fences there. Just trying to hit it onto Victoria.
Headley there. Got to see the full face of Mr. Ramos from the third base side. Got to keep you.
Not what you want to see.
Gotta keep it tucked in. Ike to Mike, old school style.
Not that he's not a good-looking kid, but you want to see that. Oh, he pops that one up. Sorry, Mikey. That is a mile in the air. And that is a problem. And it falls.
Fielder's choice.
Because this is fielder's choice in the book. I don't even think he got a glove on it. And it bounced. Runner wasn't going to go anywhere. He was caught in no man's land. The leader, yeah. So, goes as a fielder's choice at 2. On the missed pop-up.
That's why you run those out when you hit them that way, though, to get to first base.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen 1,000 times.
Absolutely.
When the batter's disgusted with himself, turns into a double play.
So 2 outs. Been a battle of relievers tonight. Noah Hancock for Sumner, and this pitcher on the hill for the Brandon Eagles, Trace Toledo. Second baseman Landon Wilder up for the Stingrays. He scored back in the 3rd. One of the 2 runs for Sumner. As Kennedy Duran's young squad from Sumner sticking around here. Down 5-2, but they're running out of outs. They got 2 outs here in the 6th, runner at first. It's a 1-1.
One and one with 2 outs here. Twice now the runner's taking a jab step towards second. The throw over still not in time.
Oh, a 2-out bunt attempt. He would have beaten that out too until Coach Durant takes off his helmet. He knew if he gets that down, he's on base. And that runner might be going to 3rd from that. I think that's what he was trying to dial up.
Tuesday night, Coach Duran tried to manufacture some runs late too with using bunts.
Mm-hmm.
When you're having trouble scoring runs, you do whatever you can to get a runner in scoring position and try to push him across.
Yeah, Wilder would have easily beaten that out. So he'll have to go back to the drawing board. He's down. He's got a 1-2 count on him. See if he's got a little 2-strike approach with the runner at first. 2 outs. 3-run Brandon Eagle lead. As we are in early March here in East Hillsborough County, Mikey. Getting close to Saladino tournament time. Unfortunately, for the first time ever, last year at this time, Saladino tournament was canceled, just like the world stopped. Friday, March 13th, I remember getting the call. I was like, uh-oh. And last year was going to be the first year of a new format, and they're going to try to do that format again this year. We'll go over that here soon. That's a good stroke. It's out into left, but it'll hang up for the left fielder, Santana, to haul that one in. We'll go to the middle of the 6th with a 5-2 Brandon lead. Back here in Stream Live Tampa. Bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Eagle lead as they're going to try to play that on.
I'm sure Coach D would love nothing more than 1 or 2 just to add on from, since they haven't scored since the 2nd. Hancock back out.
Been fantastic in 3+ innings of relief. First baseman Marcus Heron leading it off. He had a base hit. A few base hits tonight. Back in the 3rd, walked in the 1st. Hancock falls behind 2-0 and the leadoff batter here in the 6th. Now on Heron.
A right-handed action down in the bullpen of the Stingrays.
Strike.
Hancock trying to work his way back here. 3-1 now.
Swing in, one hopper, hard, deep in the hole at short. First baseman can't pick that. That'll be an E3. Aaron reaches. Leadoff hitter on. Bring up second baseman Marion Garcia.
Pinch runner, coming in for the Eagles, number 4. Dejuan Lawrence. Now batting for the Eagles, number 1, Marlon Garcia.
Got a pinch hitter, Dejuan Lawrence coming in. The run at first for Brandon.
Number 1 to the plate.
Marlon Garcia, freshman. And as I'm watching the live stream on Facebook, it's a little behind on my phone as I'm watching, as I'm talking. One of 5 camera angles. Got a nice, that's a good view from up at that manned camera up there. Try to do the best we can. We are an NFHS
Looks
approved
fantastic.
local affiliate for NFHS. So I like watching it too. Appreciate everybody's support. Its first pitch misses. So leadoff runner on here in the 6th for Brandon. They got a 5-2 lead. Noah Hancock's going to try to keep his Stingrays in this game. Ooh, swing, tips, goes behind the catcher. Foul ball, 1-1. Ball is high down the first base foul line. Good running catch by the first baseman. Played by Cabradas. Bring up catcher Fisher Smith. Walked and scored back in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 3rd. Over by Hancock. That's a hard line drive up the gut. Gonna go into center. Ooh, big turn there by Lawrence. Coach D holds him. So base hit for Smith. Good poke up the gut. It's now 1st and 2nd as the Eagles are trying to play add-on here in the bottom of the 6th with a 5-2 lead over Sumner. And another pinch runner coming in for the catcher Smith at first will be David Solomon. So we had 2 pinch runners on base for Brandon at 2nd and at 1st. As we got a pinch hitter in here, Johnny De La Rosa, coming in for Cooper. One out here in the bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Eagles. Pitch by Hancock, steps off.
Gives me the opportunity to say De La Rosa.
De La Rosa.
Dig it.
I like it, Mikey. Got a lot of action on here on social media accounts. Appreciate everybody watching. And that's a line drive to second, and that will double up the newly pinch runner. Ball hit hard.
De La Rosa
just trying to be aggressive.
Strokes it.
Yes, he did.
Into an unfortunate double play.
And he gets him picked off. Okay, so we will go to the 7th. 3-run lead for the Eagles. Right, back here at Streamlight Tampa, Brandon High School as we go into the 7th inning. 5-2 Brandon leads still. And looks like Toledo's still in there. Trace Toledo. Brandon's going to get a little bit of action in the pen, just in case. And let's see if Kennedy Duran's Sumner Stingrays can tie this ball game up here in the 7th. They were down 5-0 back in the 2nd. Got a couple runs in the 3rd. And this is looks like pinch hitter Cole
Montgomery.
Montgomery, there you go. Thanks, sir. So Cole Montgomery, pinch hitter for Sumner to lead off here in the 7th.
Freshman.
Swinging down quickly 0-2, Trace Toledo. You're watching high school baseball here on Stream Live Tampa. One of many high school baseball games we're going to show this spring, and we'll start our high school softball slate coming up soon. You can subscribe for free on our YouTube channel, Stream Live Tampa. I think we're over 1,100 subscribers on YouTube. Watch us on Facebook, like us, share us, comment like everybody's been doing. Retweet and like us on Twitter. Everything is under Stream Live Tampa.
Texas and Pennsylvania.
Colorado.
Colorado
Colorado.
today.
She said the Rockies could be. Ooh, that is a strike. Ooh, that's a good little move there. That's kind of a Lane Bennis kick. That's the thumbs out by the home plate umpire. Jose, Robbie, whatever you want to call me. Barrios. We met him before the game. So that is a first out here in the 7th. Called third strike for Toledo. Go back to the top of the order. Still DH Alex Kaluna. The stakes that we just mentioned, Mikey, they're all this batters. We got an uncle. We have a grandmother. What else do we have?
The Kalura effect.
The Kalura effect. They're all over.
This is fantastic.
And that ball is coming close to us. And it's over my head. Foul ball in the foot. Strike. We'll go 1-1 as Alex Kalura. DH for Sumner. Leading off tonight.
If I wasn't wearing a too small letter jacket from 1987, I could have fielded that cleanly.
87. Oof. Strike 2 on Kalura. Yeah, that should be 1-2. Thank you. 1-2 on Kalura. Trace Toledo. You know, we keep talking about Hancock.
He's
Toledo's
done a
doing
great
just
job.
as good of a
Absolutely.
job in the in relief here for Brandon. He started the game at East Bay last week that we did. And strike 3. So
Down to the last out.
Sumner down to their last out. That's right.
Last chance Rays, which I hope we don't say a lot this year for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Defending American League champs.
Wander Franco with an absolute bomb on Tuesday. 20 years old. Shortstop.
He was born in 2000, 2001. How about that? Put that in perspective.
It's craziness.
Yes.
Probably will start in the minors for the start your clock thing. That could be the last out of the
1-0
game.
pitch swinging by Mangual, and that is the final out of the game. Fly ball to short right field. 5-2 Brandon Eagle win here on Friday night. District win for the Eagles as they beat the Sumner Stingrays. Hard fought battle here in the Eagles' nest.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Jim, another great broadcast. Had a blast.
Yeah, I love
Thank
working
you,
with
Javier.
Mikey. Thank you, Kavi, Mikey, and this
man.
is Jim Delaney.
Thanks to
Been
the coach
watching-
for both teams.
That's right.
And I'll let Jim wrap it up.
Coach D and Coach Duran from Brandon and Sumner respectively. We will be back on here right now as of now on Thursday, back here in Brandon as they host Steinbrenner Thursday night, March 11th. Possibly March 10th, we're going to find a game somewhere, baseball or softball. So anybody interested in having us out there, just let administration know and we can start talking and do that. But we'll look at the schedule and see. But again, Jim Delaney for Mikey Paris and Javier Nunez from Brandon High School. Thanks everybody watching Stream Live Tampa. 5-2 Brandon Eagles.